Hi, I'm Jamie McConochie from Conscious Man Attraction. And we're here, my favourite topic, sacred sensuality and how important it is for attracting a spiritual man. I'm so excited to be talking about this topic with you. And you know why this is my favourite topic? Well, when I was a young man, many moons ago, I thought that being spiritual was all about living in high levels of consciousness and denying my sexual desires. I used to read about monks and holy men in India who had attained super consciousness and liberation through meditation and discipline, and I thought that's what I must do. But during my life in the monastery, my guru taught me that true spirituality is about wholeness and liberation. And those two words, they're so powerful. I mean, revolutionary. Just wholeness, liberation. Wholeness is to be fully integrated on all levels of yourself: spiritual, mental, emotional, physical. It means to embrace and accept everything that you are, everything that God has created you to be. And this goes hand in hand with liberation. Liberation means freedom. Freedom from your fears, freedom from your inhibitions, freedom from your prejudices and judgments, and freedom to be who you want to be who you really are. You know, when we deny or repress or ignore parts of ourselves, those things have more power over us. Instead of being free, we're attached in the form of aversion. Trying to avoid something is a form of attachment which controls us and restricts us. When you embrace it, you feel it, you touch it, you taste it, and you realize that everything is divine. Every part of you is divine, and it's all good. The more you can embody this, the more you will be a perfect match for a conscious man. For us conscious men, there's nothing more sexy and attractive than a woman who has that balance of spirituality and sensuality. Your feminine sensuality really appeals to our divine masculine, and we're drawn to it like a magnet. In the last video, I talked about how to connect more to your divine feminine in a more subtle and spiritual way. Now, let's look at how you can show up as your divine feminine in a more sensual way that will make a conscious man really fall for you. So number one, I think is a great one, is just to dress up in a feminine and or sexy way. And just go with whatever you feel comfortable. Now, being sexy isn't the priority here. The aim is to be feminine. And you can do that without having to be too sexy. You just follow your intuition and do what you feel most comfortable with. If you're comfortable wearing something more daring or risque, then yeah, go for it. But always use your intuition and your inner feeling as a guide how to dress. Remember, most important is to show up as your authentic self. And number two, if you're going out on a date, put on some sexy underwear. Even if you're not going to do anything intimate, he doesn't have to know what you've got on under your clothes, but it will make you feel more sensual, more feminine, and more confident. Number three, when you're interacting with a conscious man, use feminine body language, so eye contact, touch, and smiling and laughing. This type of body language brings out the divine masculine in us men, and it creates a great chemistry. Number four, let your intuition guide you in how sensual and sexy you want to show up. This is important to help you gauge your limits and your comfort level with this stuff. Your intuition is your special gift from the divine feminine. They say female intuition is incredibly strong, and I've noticed it in my experiences with women. It's true. So trust your intuition at every stage of the process of getting ready for a date, going out, meeting him, and deciding what to take the next steps. Number five, when you go out on a date and you've got your sensual mode switched on full, it's important to be clear about your intentions and boundaries. Use that as a guide, especially if you feel in any moment unsure about what to do. If in doubt, just stick to your boundaries and your standards. For example, if during a date he offers to move on to another venue that wasn't planned and you're not comfortable about it, just politely decline. If he's a genuine conscious man, it won't be a problem for him if you say no to him. And if you do feel some attraction for him, some chemistry, and he suggests something that might lead to sex, like going back to his place for coffee, then you have to decide if that's in line with your intentions and boundaries. Listen to your intuition in these moments. If it's telling you that it's okay to be flexible with your boundaries, then by all means, go for it. But if you have any doubts, just say no. Now, there's really a lot more to this topic of sacred sensuality, which I'd love to go into, especially about how to bring out more of your erotic side. But it would make this video far too long. So these are just a few things that will really help to bring out that sensuality and also give you more confidence in yourself for dating. Embracing and owning your divine feminine is a profoundly spiritual thing to do, and that's why it makes you such a great match for a conscious man. Your femininity and sensuality are so attractive to us, and it's what we're craving for in a woman. As a conscious man, we're not looking for a woman who just wants to jump into bed with us. We're looking for a woman who has that balance of spirituality and sensuality. A woman who has clear standards and the confidence to be her natural self. And, this is really the key. Be your natural self. Whatever advice you listen to about dating, the most important thing is to follow your intuition. And don't be afraid to just be who you are. Even with your quirks and imperfections, a genuine conscious man will love you for being so unique and different. And you want to be with a man who loves you for who you really are. You're a quality conscious woman. So these things that I've talked about today, about being more sensual, are just a natural extension of who you really are. If you just give a little extra emphasis to these things, you'll be bringing out the very best in yourself. You'll be letting your divine feminine shine, which is just the kind of woman a conscious man wants to be with. Well, thanks for being with me, for watching today, and I hope there was something helpful or interesting for you, and I'll see you in the next video.